Okay. Hey there, it's Delilah, and I was going to wear a tie with my cute little button-up shirt today, but I can't find it anywhere. I was holding it yesterday, looking at it, and I was thinking, oh, I should wear my little button-up and my tie soon, and I have no idea where I put it, so this shirt just kind of looks stupid. And without a tie, you can also tell it's like this shirt doesn't really properly fit, and it's like coming undone because of my big naturals. Okay, let's hope I didn't just get myself demonetized in the first 30 seconds. Today, we are going to be doing my little advice segment, I don't know, video that I've been talking about. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. I'm really hyped that I have enough-ish subscribers this time for people to actually leave me little questions, because I remember I tried to do a Q&A video with my sister like a month or so ago, and we got 2 questions, and one of them was, I don't know, if we like milk. It was like submitted by Milk Wizard was his handle, and but yeah, I'm so excited because people are actually asking me questions, and then I actually have people, so that's super duper cool. I only have, like, in all fairness, like 5 questions, but if you have seen my r/nice guys videos or my am I the butthole videos, you would know that I can turn like a singular text message worth of writing into a dissertation. I don't know what dissertation means, but it's okay. Okay, should we get started? Should we just like jump into it? Do I have anything to yap about in the beginning? This is so weird. I can't have an intro that's shorter than 10 minutes long. What? I guess I can say at the time of filming this, thank you for 17K. That's what we're at right now. And if I do any videos like this in the future, you can submit questions and everything to my Twitter, put it right here, or to my email, my business email. I have that linked below, but please don't spam my business email with like stuff, because I don't have like a manager or like anything like me, imagine. Like, it's just me. I'm just one girl, and I will block you. I don't know how to block on Gmail, but I'll figure out. I really hope you can. You have to be able, yeah, I think yeah, I'll report you as spam. Don't be doing that. I'll have a manager one day, and they'll be able to deal with that. Oh, speak of which, someone totally submitted something to my Gmail and they asked me about it, and so now I need to check that. Guys, I check my email, I'm not kidding, maybe once a month. Maybe. And every single time I panic, because I only check it once a month, so I always have an email that's like, oh, your hydro bill is a month overdue, and I'm like, what the hell? It's awful. I'm like the worst adult in the world. It's just so stressful. I hate checking my emails. Oh, I don't even know my email password. Oh, no, stop this. Sometimes I wish that there was no to create a recovery pin, suck my dick and balls. Enter a recovery email, suck my cock and butthole. Okay, recovery email. Paid cooperation. Ooh, wait. Oh my god. When did they answer me? Oh no, they answered me a month ago. Wait, there's a brand that was gonna give me some money, but they answered me so long ago. I'm gonna deal with that later. Okay, why is it only showing me starred? Everything else. What? Stop being stupid. Inbox, it's only showing me starred. Go away, I don't care. Just show me my emails. Like, I don't even, like, am I 70 years old? How do I not even understand how email works? It's only showing me my favorites. Oh, okay, we're good. What I was saying is sometimes I wish that there wasn't 2-factor authentication, because it just takes so long and it's actually so annoying. But then I think about the time that my ex-best friend hacked into my PayPal account and transferred himself $1,000, and then also hacked into my TikTok, which was the only way that I was making any money at that time, and threatened to delete it. And I was in a McDonald's, and I literally was using the McDonald's Wi-Fi in the McDonald's bathroom, and I was like crying, pleading for him for like 3 hours while my friends were waiting for me outside in the car, because it was like an emergency situation, because like I was driving and I just got a notification randomly that $1,000 had been transferred from my account. Like, and so yeah, I set up like 8-factor authentication from that day on. Anyways, lore. I remember one time I was live on TikTok and I was telling that story, and he was like on some alt account that I didn't know about, but he was like on some alt account in my chat, and he was like, I gave you the money back. And I was like, okay, you still stole $1,000 from me in the first place. Hello, I'm allowed to talk about it. It took you like weeks to give it back. Like, anyways, let's find this. Why does it say that I only have 8 emails? I'm pretty sure that's not fucking true. What? Somebody in my comment section asked for my email and I gave it to them so that they could ask me for advice, so that they could submit it to my email. What? Okay, I'm gonna check on my phone. Ugh. Okay, I am back. I just went through my email and nothing. I do not see an email from that person that said they were gonna send their little advice thing to my email. But low-key shout out. I don't know if they were like unintentionally trying to, or I guess intentionally, secretly intentionally trying to force me to go through my email for the first time in literal months, but it worked. And I actually had some like sponsorship request thingies that I had no idea existed. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna get started. Let's get started with this advice thing. Before I get started, I just wanna let you guys know, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I did, surprisingly enough, I graduated with high honors. I graduated with a 4.0, baby. And now I sell my body on the internet. Anyways, I graduated with a 4.0 in social service work, which technically gives me the credentials to be like a counselor or a therapist. Does that mean that I am going to be the utmost like give you guys like actual therapy grade advice type shiz? Absolutely not, because I don't have any experience in the field. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, and also if I were to give you guys therapy level advice, this would be the worst video ever. Because therapists aren't even like talk therapy. If you guys didn't know this, by the way, talk therapy, you're not even actually supposed to give your personal opinion. You're just supposed to like encourage the client to gain self-reflection and insight into why they make the decisions that they make, and if those decisions are harmful for them or not. And you can like kind of sneak your opinion in there a little bit, or like push them into healthy directions, but overall you're supposed to encourage them to come up with their own conclusions. So that would be a horrible video because I would just be answering like, and why do you think that you do that? and what do you think that you should do going forward? Okay, and why do you think that? Okay, and why do you think negatively? But you know what I mean? It would just be the worst video ever, right? So if you've ever gone to a therapist, by the way, and you feel like they're redundant, they're technically kind of supposed to be a little bit. Like, they're technically not supposed to give their personal opinion. I had a therapist that was so amazing, and she would give her personal experiences, her personal opinion, her personal everything to me. And it honestly, like, it built so much more connection and trust with her than I've ever had with a therapist. Like, she gave me just enough information about herself and just enough of her personal opinions that like, it just, I don't know, it made me trust her. It made me feel like I was talking to someone that I could trust. And then she died in a car accident. No joke, not joking. But anyways, so there's no conclusion to that. I just trauma dumped on you guys. This is awful. Like, you guys are coming here for my advice and I'm like, yeah, well, my therapist died. Like, anyways, all of that being said, just take my advice with a grain of salt. Thank you. So, this one. Hi, okay, so this is an advice thing. Pray emoji. I like this girl and she likes me back. We talk, gay? Gay? Lesbian? We don't know. I like this girl and she likes me back, and we talk a lot and we hung out. Sorry, this gum is producing so much juice. Isn't it so gross that gum is just like your own spit that's flavored? Like, that's what you're swallowing? So, you're welcome. Oh my gosh! I've been drinking Dasani water this whole time and I had an actual good water right on my desk. Where did you come from? Hello. Okay, whatever ghost just gave this, it was my therapist. She said, drink some water, hun, chill out. Okay, can you find my tie for me now? Because I would like to wear it. Okay. Hi, okay, so this is an advice thing. I like this girl and she likes me back, and we talk a lot and we've hung out a few times, but I still like this guy that I've liked for 2 years. A bisexual. Or not. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're bi, but whatever. But I still like this guy that I've liked for 2 years. But the advice thing is that I like the girl and the girl likes me, but now I'm scared and I don't know why. And the thought of someone liking me back is freaking me out. Girl, me fucking too. It sounds stupid, but I've never been in a relationship before, so I don't know. I mean, that's even more understandable why that would scare you. This is probably so confusing. Like, long story short, I'd like to actually date her if she asked, but at the same time, I'm really freaked out by it, and I still like the guy, and I don't know what I'm even saying anymore. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Don't rush. What? There's no rush. There's no rush. Well, first of all, I'm assuming that this guy, stuff isn't really going anywhere with them. You know, it's been 2 years, right? Like, it's been 2 years. It seems like this guy isn't really reciprocating. I think I totally understand the idea of stuff being scary. I'm the exact same way in my grown big age. I'm the exact same way when somebody likes me back. I'm like, oh my god, you weren't supposed to do that. Like, what? But I don't know, you could take stuff slow. Like, there's absolutely no rush in any of this, right? Like, just take stuff slow. You have no obligation to be committed or exclusive to anyone right now. So you wanted to talk to the both of them a little bit, like, as long as you're not like really leading someone on and being like, yeah, no, you're the only person that I'm talking to, like, I think I love you, you know, like, there's literally no harm in like kind of trying it out with both of them, see if it picks up. I would say if it starts to pick up with the guy, then maybe after a couple weeks of that, like, don't have it happen too soon, because that can scare people away, right? Like, you're even saying that you're kind of freaked out that this girl likes you back. Like, it can just, I don't know, kind of freak people out. I'm assuming that you're somewhat young, maybe, if you haven't dated anyone before. No offense. Turns out they're like 30. But I would try with both of them, kind of. Like, just try, you know, flirty, da-da-da-da-da. If the guy's reciprocating, give him a couple weeks, and then maybe, like, confess your feelings to him, right? See how he responds. If he reciprocates that, I think you've liked him for 2 years. So if he reciprocates and he's interested in you back, I say you try that out first, just because you've liked him for so long. But if you're doing a little flirty thing with him and then you confess that you like him and he doesn't reciprocate, that's when you know, okay, I'm gonna pursue this girl then. And she doesn't have to know. Like, this advice sounds so like player-ish, but realistically it is natural and okay to talk to a couple people at once when it's like the beginning stages of something. Like, you're not committed to either of them. It's not like you've gone on a date with either of them, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally just kind of talking, flirting with them. So I would throw a shot in the dark at the guy to see if he reciprocates, because you know that the girl likes you back. You're not sure about the guy though, right? So I would see if the guy likes you back. If he doesn't reciprocate, no big deal. She wants you, right? And and just tell her, like, if she's being kind of pushy about it or stressing you out, just say that you're inexperienced and you want to move kind of slow. Like, there's literally no harm and no shame in being honest and being inexperienced. Like, literally everybody is inexperienced at some point. Like, so there's no shame in telling her, like, yeah, like, I think I like you too. I don't know if I want to date yet, just because this is all new to me and I just want to move a little slow with it, right? Like, you know what I mean? She, like, realistically, she should not be mad at that. And if she is, I was gonna say red flag, I don't know. That's my advice. Flirt with them both. And then try the guy and see if he reciprocates. And if he doesn't, then you have her. That's such a player, like, that's such a, you know what I mean? But, like, it's, I mean, makes sense, doesn't it? Logically, I think so. Okay, this one just says, I want advice on makeup and how to be as cute as you. Stop. Your personality is so bubbly. Stop it. You shut the flip up. That is so cute. Hang on. I just started paying attention to the fact that I can see my glasses frames. I need to drink water. I don't have good advice on makeup, I fear, except for when it comes to foundation shades and stuff like that. Blend with your neck. And also, if you're unsure if a shade matches you, bring a freaking mirror outside into kind of like a shady area outside on like a sunny day, and then try to put your foundation or concealer on, or try doing your makeup in a car, because a lot of the time you think that it matches and then you go into natural lighting and you're like, what the hell am I looking at? Also, if your makeup is separating, make sure you check the ingredients of everything, and that all of your ingredients are either water-based, and you'll know if it's water-based because the first ingredient will be either water or aqua. So that they're all water-based or that they're all oil-based. And you'll know that it's oil-based because the first ingredient won't be water. I don't know actually what the first ingredient is for oil-based stuff. But when you put water-based products and oil-based products on your face, let's say your primer is oil-based and then your foundation is water-based, they separate and they look freaking horrible. And so if you have any like texture problems with your makeup, try that. Check the ingredients of your stuff. Silicone mixes fine with both water and oil-based products. So some primers are silicone-based and those are fine to mix with either water or oil. But that's just like my little sciencey makeup advice, to have like a smooth base. My makeup still is like horrible. Horrible. I wouldn't say it's patchy, but like it's not really full coverage. Like you can still see acne through it, and like it just, you know, it's hard. Like if you have acne especially, it's really hard to have like a nice base and a smooth looking base, because your face isn't smooth, your skin isn't smooth. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just make sure that it matches your neck and the rest of your body. Make sure you blend under your jaw. I made that mistake of like blending just on my face and then on my neck, and then I'd have like a light stripe right there. Get an eyeshadow primer. If you do eyeshadow, it makes a big difference. Those are my main makeup advice things. Also, I don't know, like I think I only film YouTube videos like once a week-ish, sometimes even longer, and I really have to be in a specific headspace, like in like a happy and bubbly headspace to do it. Like I don't plan, oh, I'm gonna film a video today. It's like I kind of just feel myself in a more energetic headspace, and that's when I decide to film. So trust me, I'm not all rainbows and sunshine. In general, I feel like I'm around people that I like to hang out with. I feel like I can be bubbly, but that's just because I'm extroverted. Like I get my energy from other people, but by default, I'm just an anxious person. Like even a moment ago when I was saying that I was like paying attention to my glasses frames, there was like a second where I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have a panic attack? Just because I'm just an anxious person. I get panic attacks all the time for no reason. I disassociate. I have like, it's kind of the worst. It's kind of the worst. But yeah, I find as far as being like bubbly and happy or energetic, the only time that I am is when I feel like I can be myself. Like if I'm hanging out with people that like I low-key feel like they're judging me, I'm gonna be so like introverted and shy and quiet, just cause like like the only time that I feel like I'm bubbly is either when I'm talking to a camera, cause I know that y'all fuck with me, I hope so, hey, or when I'm like with people that I really feel like I can bounce that energy off of and that I feel like get me, you know. Okay, next. Advice on being independent / living on your own as a young adult. I feel lost. I'm turning 19 and I want to move out soon, but I also feel lost. I love your videos and you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. It's kind of sick. It's kind of awesome. Like, okay, I don't know exactly. Let me like actually dissect what you're asking. Advice on being independent / living on your own. I mean, one thing at a time. You can make a list on your phone of stuff that you want to like gain more independence doing. Like I got kicked out of my house when I was 14, and so that kind of forced me into independence at like a very young age. I lived with my grandparents. I was one of those kids, and then I moved out. I think I moved out when I was like 18. I think I was 17 or 18. Like moved out. So yeah, you can make a little list on your phone, whether it's like something small like making doctor's appointments by yourself, right? Another thing is, like, you can always ask, like, if there's something you want to figure out by yourself, just ask someone that's knowledgeable about the topic. Like, it is okay if it is your first time doing something to ask for help. That is literally how you learn how to do stuff on your own. Like, before I got an apartment, I didn't even know what websites to look at. So I would, like, luckily I have siblings, right? And so I'd ask my older sister, like, okay, where do I go? Where do I look to find apartments? And she was like, you can look on Kijiji, you can look on apartments.com, you can look on realtors.ca or something. That's a Canadian website, but you know, she like gave me some websites, and then I just like, I looked and I asked questions to her as I went. You can also like, and I normally don't support AI, but low-key. Hello. Okay, sorry, I'm back. I just got a call from my sister that everybody's going over to my parents right now. Sorry, I'm just having an autistic moment because, like, I get like this when plans change because, like, I don't know, I've been, like, off all week, and, like, I know that I wanted to film, and, like, I like to have my videos out on Tuesdays, and I actually felt like, you know, like I literally said in one of the things earlier, like, I was like, oh, like, you know, when I'm in the mood, it comes to me, right? Like, when I'm feeling energetic for a video, it comes to me. And so I felt like that today, and I was kind of worried that I was going to have to force myself to do a video this week because I've just had an off week. But like today felt like a good day, and I've also just been stressed out with like different work stuff in general. And I just have a lot on my plate, and I have to go. I'm going to feel guilty if I don't. But I'm in the middle of filming this video. Fuck. Sorry. I hate that I'm such a crybaby about this shit. It's just like a theme. Like, since I've been diagnosed, it finally started making sense to me, right? Why changes and plans and stuff like that. And also, like, this is my job. It is Saturday, and this needs to be out on Tuesday, and I take so long to edit. But I feel guilty because I'm like, well, technically I could force myself to film tomorrow and then just try to edit extra fast. But it's like, that doesn't make a point to anybody that these are my boundaries, that I need to find out stuff. Not like, I just got a call and it was like, hey, we're literally all going to be there in 30 minutes. I live 40 minutes away, so I would already end up being late. And so now I think I'm just not going. And I know that people are going to make me feel bad for that, and I already feel bad for it. Anyways. Back to what I was saying. I don't even know if I'm going to include that in the video. It's like kind of, I know that it makes me come off like such a crybaby. That's like the one part of like my autism that like is really like, it's a spectrum, right? But like that is like the biggest part that's like very relevant to it, is like changes in plans and like last minute stuff like that. It like actually like I just literally went off camera and sobbed for like 20 minutes. And I hate it because sometimes people are like, oh, how are you going to survive in the real world being so sensitive? And like, you suck. Because I get it. Like, I don't like that affects me, you know? And that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to figure out better ways to cope with that. Like, you know, I would like to, obviously. I don't enjoy just like being so extremely affected by plans changing. But anyways, that's pretty vulnerable, so we'll see if I leave that in or not. We'll see. It's just like embarrassing. I just feel embarrassed that I get that affected. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it now. Okay, happy. Okay, advice on being independent, living on your own as a young adult. I feel lost. I'm turning 19. Right. The next thing I was going to tell you is that as much as I don't like AI necessarily, like I don't really support just like using ChatGPT for everything. You could ask like for like a little to-do list of like the steps that it takes into moving out and like being independent. That way you know they're not missing anything. I know that I get a lot of anxiety around like, because that's something about adulthood, is that you don't know that you're missing something until it's already happened. Like, what's a good example? I literally had no idea that I needed my license plate renewed, or like that they expired. I literally didn't know that that was a thing until it was already expired, and then like a cop told me or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that is like probably the worst thing about it, is that like sometimes you don't find out stuff until it's too late, but a lot of the time people are understanding, and like people aren't against you necessarily. Like they're not against you asking questions, or if you accidentally mess up because you're obviously young and you explain to them like, I'm so sorry, this is my first time dealing with something like this, I didn't even know that that was a thing, like people generally are pretty understanding, especially like people that are older. And so just know that a lot of people around your age, A, also don't know what the fuck is going on, and B, people are there to help you, you know, like they really are. There's been times where, for instance, like when I moved, I had to switch my prescriptions from the pharmacy at my hometown to the pharmacy where I live, right? So that I didn't have to drive all the way to my hometown to pick up my medications. And so I called the pharmacy in where I live, and I was like, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I just moved here. How do I get my prescriptions to come to this pharmacy instead of my old pharmacy? And they gave me all the steps, you know what I mean? So like you can call places, you can ask questions, you just explain that you're new to stuff. Sometimes you'll get someone though that is sassy and like having a bad day, and they kind of talk to you like you're stupid for not knowing. Please just ignore that, because there's always just some grumps out there. But generally, don't be afraid of asking questions, as long as you make sure, like as far as moving out goes, as long as you make sure you know when your rent is due and you know when your other bills are due. So for instance, when you move in, the landlord will tell you like, oh, this place is all inclusive, which means that the water, the electricity, and the heating are all included in the price of rent. Or he'll say like, oh, it's all inclusive except hydro, which means that, and then you can ask him, because he's there to help you as well. He doesn't want you to miss your hydro bill. You ask him, okay, how do I pay my hydro? Like, is there an online account that I set up, or da-da-da, and he'll help you with all that stuff, or she. So as long as you make sure that your bills are paid on time, that's kind of the main thing that can like get you in trouble. And then everything else you kind of just figure out. If your apartment smells funky, it's probably because you're not taking your garbage out enough, or you're not doing your dishes enough. Apparently that's a thing that a lot of people run into. And I'm saying apparently as if I didn't run into that problem, because I did. Those are the two things that make your apartment stinky, in case you wanted to know. Other than that, moving out is awesome. It's really fun. If you enjoy your own company, like it's so fun. Don't like be worried if it's hard to keep up with cleaning and stuff like that in the beginning stages. Like moving out really makes you realize like, holy crap, how I have to vacuum and mop and do all this stuff literally every single day. How is this mess accumulating? You'll find your own groove and your own whatever. Like it's really a process of just figuring stuff out as you go. If you have a car, make sure you ask about parking. A lot of the times there will be a parking spot available, but you have to pay a little extra for it. But there are some apartment buildings that have no parking at all. I would just advise away from that as a whole, because it's so hard to find alternate parking. And also when you view places, if you are able to, have a friend come with you, because it low-key can be sketchy. Like not to scare you. I'm pretty sure on like Kijiji too, you can see like if people have like stars or like how many people they've sold to. So like don't go view places that don't have any ratings, like feel it out. Yeah. And it's really just a simple, honestly, like you can go to Kijiji, you see an apartment that you like, they typically have a number listed, and you could just call and say, hi, my name's da-da-da-da, I'm interested in this listing for da-da-da, give the address. What are the next steps I can take? And people are like super willing to work with you. They'll probably ask you what you do for a living, how much you make. They'll probably ask for a T1 or something. They'll ask for a proof of income of some sort. And then, like, worst case scenario, you say, oh, how do I get that? This is my first time doing this. And then they'll say, oh, you can call your bank and get it. Like, just don't be afraid. Like, let's say it's your first time calling an apartment person and you just get it over and you ask them a bunch of questions and they explain everything to you. Bam, now you're gonna look like you know what you're talking about the next time you call someone, because they'll be like, oh, we need your proof of income, and you'll be like, I know what that is now, got you. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest advice. Okay, and good luck. Next, advice. How do you get started in OnlyFriends or friends? I meant to say friends. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say OnlyFriends, right? I'm talking about, yeah. How do you get started in OnlyFriends or that type of platform? P.S. You're so cute. You were so cutie. Me want you. Oh, stop it. Thank you. Yeah, this question. Advice. How do you get started in OnlyFriends or that type of platform? My advice to you would be, don't do it. You don't get started and you don't do it because it's not worth it. I'm going to be so frank. I'm going to be so blunt and frank and with you. Average income OnlyFans monthly. I believe it's like $300. $150 to $180 per month is what the average OF creator makes. The thing about OF is that when you make an account, there's no like homepage. There's no like, you know how with TikTok, you post a TikTok video and it might get on people's explore page, or with Instagram reels or like stuff like that. There's nothing like that with OF. So all of the traction, all of the attention that you get to your account isn't through OF. You have to go to other social medias to then promote your account. Otherwise, people won't even know that it exists. Like if you just make one and start posting on it, people aren't going to know that it exists. So unless you have a somewhat successful social media following off the bat, it's not worth it. You're going to make $500 a month max, and your friends and family are probably going to find out and treat you differently. I'm going to be so honest. And keep in mind, OF is my main income. I make just enough. I can afford my apartment and I can afford groceries, and then I have like a little bit left over. I'm not like making anything crazy, but like just enough, just enough. Like enough to kind of scare me, enough that some months I do make less and I'm like, oh my gosh, this kind of worries me that I'm gonna have to like buy less groceries this month, or like enough to worry me sometimes. And I have a cumulative 400,000 followers across platforms, and I make just enough. And that's not to like flex. I'm just saying it's genuinely not easy to get people. Like corn and explicit material, explicit content is free everywhere. So unless you're like a successful creator on social media, there's no incentive for people to want to pay to see you when they can see free stuff anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then it's also likely that your friends and family will find out and they'll think of you differently. Oh, and also the reason why so many OF girls are like so promotional of it and so like, this is life-changing, this is like whatever, is because they need to promote it, because there's this little thing. And I could do it to you right now. I could say, oh my god, girl, yes, here's how you get started, you should get started, also you can sign up through my link, and then I would make a percentage of everything that you make. If you sign up through my link, if I'm the one that refers you to become a creator on OF, I make money off you. And that's why so many girls promote it. So many OF girls promote it to other girls, because they want you to sign up for it through their link so that they can make money off of you. Like, any girl that actually does it knows that, like, for the majority of people, it's not worth it, So yeah, unless you already have a big platform, it's not worth it. You could try it faceless just to play it safe, just so you can kind of get a taste for like what it's like. and then maybe decide if it's something that you want to pursue. But I'm telling you, the only way to get subscribers is to promote via TikTok, Instagram. Obviously, you can't post anything explicit there, right? Like, some people just post slightly suggestive stuff, I guess. Twitter's really hard to grow on. Don't promote it on like your personal, platform. You don't want to have your Instagram where you have all your friends and family on there, and then all of a sudden you have a link tree with an OF in it, because then they're all going to find out. I guess if you don't care about them all finding out, like, do your thing, but at the end of the day, it's still not really that worth it, because like, even if you don't care that they look at you differently, like, they still will, and then you're not even really making that much for it to be worth it, But I would say if you're hell-bent on start off faceless, and if you want to grow, post TikToks. There's lots of videos on the algorithm. I can't tell you much because I'm shadow banned on TikTok right now, so I don't even understand the algorithm right now. Posting reels on Instagram is good to like get followers, but it's hard because if you're doing faceless stuff, then it's like, are you gonna post faceless reels that are somehow supposed to drive attention to your OF? I don't know. But just be so aware of the risks. Weigh out to you if you think that it's worth it. But I'm absolutely not going to be one of those creators that pushes it or that acts like it. It's like honestly traumatic at times. It's like kind of awful. There are so many other side hustle jobs. I would rather encourage you to become a Depop scammer, a Depop drop shipper, than to start an OF if you're desperate for money, or Uber Eats or DoorDash. Even if you become a stripper at your local town strip club, like, it's still way more likely to make you more money than that. And your family might not find out. Well, they probably still might. Like, when it comes to any jobs like that, like, just, you need to be okay with the idea that your family and friends might find out. And then it also kind of puts you at more risk of becoming victimized or like essayed or harassed. Because for some reason, a lot of men have like a weird, like, I don't feel safe in my hometown because I know that people know that that's my job, and people do say inappropriate things, and people also think that because it's my job that means that I want to hook up with them, like I'm a prostitute, and so they think it gives them the right to say really inappropriate things to me. And that's part of it. That's part of it that like people don't talk about. I think it's so irresponsible that so many creators aren't real about this stuff and aren't transparent about this stuff. It's so ridiculous. Anyways, that is my full take on that. Next, about the device stuff you're talking about on YouTube, I'll keep it short and sweet. I'm 18. I've been depressed for roughly 9 to 10 years. I'm Australian, so this may not make sense, but in primary school years 2 to 6, grade 2 to 6 age, I had this friend who wasn't a friend. It turns out they were manipulating me into doing things they wanted, hung out with who they wanted, where they wanted, just control my life. That's between the ages of 8 to 12 years old. Then throughout high school, he drifted away and I became more depressed as I thought I found new friends, but it turns out they were total C-words who would hit me any chance that they got and slap me whenever, even at our graduation. That would be ages 12 to 18. And the cherry on top during all of that is that I never once heard my parents say the words "I love you." And all that jazz left me with an insane trust issues, and I probably only have 2 real friends who I barely message anymore, so I'm alone and I cry myself to sleep every night thinking I'm worthless and I'm not good enough. And I'm typing this with shaking hands. I've never admitted this to anyone ever, but if you did read this, I don't expect a response, but keep the videos up and live your best life. And it's all made worse by the environment I was raised in, where guys shouldn't show emotion, as it was seen as weak. And I didn't want to disappoint my mom and dad, so I kept this bottled up for the past 9 to 10 years. And this is my first time really confiding in someone else, so I do apologize if I made you uncomfortable. No, there's nothing uncomfortable at all. Your friends sound horrible. Like, what the hell? That's awful. You did not deserve that. That's not normal. And I'm really glad that you're talking to me. Like, that in and of itself is like kind of something to be like, I don't know, like, give yourself a pat on the back for that, right? Like, you're talking about like having bottled this up all these years, and like you're coming and talking to me about this right now. Like, that's really cool. I've really struggled making friends. It's hard. It's so freaking hard making friends. It sucks. It really is. It's just like a trial and error thing. And like, I know you're not necessarily asking for advice, but I would say in those first couple weeks, like, you know, introducing yourself to someone, like trying to make a new friend, if you see a red flag, like if they're doing something that makes you uncomfortable or whatever, I would say talk to them about it and see how they respond. And if they're not understanding of you, and if they don't change that, if they don't make any change, like any effort to change that, or they try to gaslight you, or they try to be like, oh, I didn't do that, or you're being too sensitive, or blah, 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 cut them out right then and there, and don't even go, because like you're just saving yourself years of torment that way. It sucks, but it genuinely takes a lot of people years and years and years to find good friends. I'm 22 and I've made 2-ish, maybe 1.5. You know what I mean? Like, some of my best friends are my siblings, and it's because I'm stuck with them. It's also like, if you get shy about that stuff, you can make some internet friends, you know, people that are like into the same hobbies as you, like into the same, you know, some people make friends like through video games and stuff like that. And it's kind of easy that way, because if you struggle to make friends, or if you like, I don't know, I guess are like nervous, like talking to new people, it's online, so it like doesn't really matter. And then if they say something messed up to you, you could just block them. And then it's just like, you don't even have to deal with it. But just know that it's like, it's not reflective on you. Don't feel guilty if you have to cut people out. Try your best to communicate to them about stuff that they do that's bothering you. But if they're not receptive to that, then that is so it. And I mean, thank you for talking to me about this. And I wish you the best of luck. I don't know how the heck healthcare works in Australia, or if therapy is like expensive, like it kind of is here. But like, you said that you're over 18 now. When you move out, if there's some stuff that you're kind of embarrassed of, first of all, it shouldn't have to be. But you could fully just like, when you move out, like you could fully just like start going to see a therapist out of your own volition, and nobody has to know. And the therapist isn't going to judge you. I mean, it's their job. They're a therapist. I think it's kind of really great in a sense when you get a bit older and you're able to move out, because all of that external pressures, even though a lot of it does become internalized, it's like, at least people aren't breathing down your neck as much. Yeah. I hope you continue to talk to people and protect your freaking peace. Don't deal with crappy people. Cut them the heck out. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. And don't give up. Don't give up. No, like, so seriously, don't give up. Because there are good people. Just know this is an experience that, like, of course you're like valid in it, and I do understand that like your situation is like specific to you, but a lot of people do go through at least similar stuff, in the sense that it's kind of hard to find like good, genuine friends. I wish that we could all just make our own little friend group, you know what I mean? It's a big struggle that a lot of people have. And then that added on pressure of like feeling like you can't talk about stuff is just, it's awful. But yeah, I hope stuff gets better. Thank you for sharing. I wish you the best. Keep your head up. You gotta keep your head up. Oh, I'm gonna eat this gum that I set over there. No, that's kind of gross. That was really gross, actually. It's like cold. I think this is my last one. Okay, yeah, this is a long one. And I'm spitting it back out. Okay, ew. Hey, love the videos. For the advice thing, I apologize in advance if this ends up being a novel. Because it's okay. Because I have a few things, Law. I was wondering if you had any advice on unmasking as an autistic adult. I was late diagnosed too. I'm an AUDHD, autism/ADHD. I have that too. I just always forget to say that, but I also have ADHD. But because of that, I feel shame put on me around some of my autistic traits, because I grew up thinking that I was weird or something was wrong with me. You know what is so lucky about me is that because I was autistic growing up, I did think that there was something that was weird or different about me, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. So luckily I didn't internalize too much. Like, I never really got that good at masking in certain ways, because I was just kind of like oblivious to specifically what it was that was off about me, you know? Like, I didn't really pinpoint like, oh, this is what I do that's weird, I have to mask this. Like, I did that with a handful of things for sure, but there was also like other things that like I just completely like, you know what I mean? But regardless, because of that, there are so many things that I feel I have to cover up when in public. Like, I can't stim in public anymore. I usually flail my hands around and or pace. You know what I kind of do? This might be really bad advice, because I was trained like a dog not to stim in public. This might be really bad advice, because like, I'm not, like, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be ashamed of that stuff. Like whatever, who cares? I also flail my hands around, but I kind of play it off. Like, I don't know if that's good advice, because like, it does kind of seem like I'm telling you to hide it. I don't know. Sometimes when I get really happy, maybe this isn't really playing it off. Like, let's say I'm driving with some friends. I'm listening to a song I really like. I'll be like, oh my god, I love this song, and I'll like hit my steering wheel. Is that playing it off, guys? What do you think? Maybe that's bad advice, because that low-key is telling you to like hide it in kind of a certain way. But I don't know, like, to me it's like kind of the best of both worlds, because like, it's a way to stim. It's like slightly less obvious, but like, it's still, you're still getting it out. You don't feel like you're holding something in, because holding that in like sucks. Because I was trained like a dog not to stand in public. Similar story with eye contact amongst other things. Don't feel the need to maintain normal eye contact, but was trained to. I guess I'm just asking for advice on how to overcome this training and how I can start to unmask, especially in situations where I feel I need to mask for survival. Also, any advice on dating as an autistic adult would be appreciated. I've always struggled with dating, never been on a real date, to be honest. Friendships too, for that matter. And I have a good friend group right now. And I always enjoy making more friends, but it's always, oh my gosh, my eyesight is so bad. Oh, maybe because I own glasses that I don't wear. Friendships too, for that matter. I have a good group of friends right now, and I always enjoy making more friends, but it's always been something I struggled with, both making new friends and maintaining old ones. You're telling me. Oh, you're telling me. And for dating, it's hard, because while I enjoy going out, I don't usually go out of my way to approach someone new, because I'm anxious and probably already a bit overstimulated depending on the outing. I would say, as far as dating goes, oh, and I've tried dating apps, but I feel that I either get fetishized for my autism, or people assume that I'm stupid / or emotionally unintelligent. Usually both, and for that reason I typically avoid neurotypicals. I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what I'm asking for, but the community advice would be helpful. Okay, for dating, I do use dating apps, and I'll put in my bio that I'm autistic, and I'll put something along the lines of like, autistic, parentheses, genuinely autistic. I'm not just saying that that's like a TikTok buzzword. Like, I'll like let people know like I'm actually autistic. And you really do have to weed out the people that are gonna make weird stereotypical remarks to you, or that are gonna match with you just to be like, I think I'm autistic too. I saw this TikTok on it one time, and it said that autistic people don't like using the big light, and I hate using the big light. Anyways, little spoons over big spoons supremacy. Am I right, fellow autistic person? Arsler, like, you know what I mean? Like, you really do, like, it's hard, but I found the best for me, because I like, a big thing for me in my autism is that I will not approach you. I will not approach someone first, like, ever, like, pretty much ever. And just like dating in the wild before meeting someone on a dating advice where like it is established, a dating advice, I say dating advice, before meeting someone on a dating app where it is established that you and I are both on this app to meet people to date, you know, so that there's no weird crossover of like me going up to you in public and you're like not interested, and like I read the situation wrong. It just awful. I do like dating apps just because I can put in my bio that I'm autistic, and it's like 1 in every 20 swipes you'll match with someone that is also autistic, and that kind of gets it, right? To an extent. It's hard, but I think that that's a good way to meet people, in my opinion. Because for me, when it comes to dating, I do prefer, and I haven't done this yet, I mean, I've only been diagnosed a couple years, I would like to date someone who also has autism, because I just think it's so much fucking easier for me. It's like dating someone who doesn't have autism is deliberately signing up to have probably some communication issues. Like obviously that's fine. Like you can date someone who's not autistic as long as they're willing to understand that like certain things about you are going to be different from them. Certain communication things maybe, or ways that you feel about some stuff, as long as they're respectful and understanding. And understanding that they might not understand everything, right? Like, you know, they might cancel plans on me and then I cry for 3 hours and they don't really get why it affected me so much, but they're still just understanding and accommodate for the fact that it does affect me, even though to them it's like, oh, well, that wouldn't affect me. Do you know what I mean? Like, then you can date someone that's not autistic, but I find that generally other autistic people, it's a bit more likely that they're gonna understand. I feel the same way about friendships, and like I talked about in the last advice thing, I also struggle with making friends, and it's hard. It's really hard. I do have some online friends that are also autistic. Sometimes, depending on what school you go to, there are clubs. And that sounds so lame, but you can meet other autistic people. Like, as far as like dating and making friends go, overall, my advice would be to try to find other autistic people to date or to make friends with, because it's just kind of the easiest, and it will also help you in turn. As far as masking goes and unmasking goes, I feel the most comfortable unmasking when I'm interacting with other autistic people. I feel like there's less pressure. And then when you're hanging out with other autistic people and you're feeling more comfortable unmasking, then in your interpersonal life and with other relationships and with other public settings, as you become more comfortable unmasking, you'll be able to more in other dynamics. Does that make any sense? Yeah, that's my advice. I'm figuring it out with you as well, though. So that might not be the best advice, but that's just my advice. And I think that that's all. I'm so sorry to the person that emailed me on Gmail and I never found your email. And I'm so sorry to everybody that's watching this that just had to watch me like have a bit of a meltdown in the middle of filming this. Sorry for that. Yeah, those are all of them. Yeah, so sorry if I missed you. I tried to collect everyone that I saw. And let me know if you guys liked this video and if you want more videos like this. I enjoyed doing it. I love any opportunity that I get to like connect with you guys more and talk with you guys more. Because you guys are really cool. And you guys make me feel important. Like, who am I? Like, what? Like, you're asking me questions? Like, just cause I told you to. I was like, hey, ask me any advice questions you have. And then you did. Who am I? I'll take it. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet that we just did that. So we're kind of like this now, I feel. Anyways, thanks so much for coming. I'm gonna go visit my family now because I can't do 2 things in one day. I don't know. I got really upset and freaked out by it earlier, but I'm gonna do that because otherwise I will feel guilty about it. Okay, thank you for coming, and I will see you next Tuesday. Goodbye. Like, comment, share, I don't know. Goodbye.